So, in continuation of the yesterday's lesson, where we talk a lot about the resource management, optimization, where we need to increase, decrease share value, where we need to increase and decrease resources, how do we plan the resources, and also we have seen some of the use cases around the resource utilization. What are the different mechanism we can use for checking the actual resource utilization happening on my cluster level, on my host level, as well as on virtual machine level. All right, so today we are going to talk more on using alarms. So first of all, what is alarm? Alarm is something a danger, a symbol of danger, right? Something danger is happening on particular component. Okay, so there is lot of alarm definitions have been available in your vCenter, and most probably you don't need to do a lot thing. You don't need to create the alarms, but yes, you have a choice of create of alarm as per you. So what actually alarms tell you? Alarms have been defined for each and every component level, like for vCenter, ESXi host, virtual machine. Just give you some example, like for example, you will say for a virtual machine, my memory go beyond than 85%. So there should be an alarm generate on that particular virtual machine console. Then you can easily treat on vCenter server and you can start your function. So whenever any alarm generated related to any component, it could be a failure or it could be a touching a threshold value. When we say threshold value, simple meaning is some resource utilization threshold. We have set it with respect to CPU, memory, network, all right, or any event. When we say event, like a VM gets shut down, a host got restarted, a host got disconnected. So these are also the different type of examples. So in the real production environment, when any alarm generated, we don't immediately acknowledge or fix that. What we'll do, first of all, any service management tool, kind of ServiceNow, MoveSoft, there is number of tools are available in the market where you can create a incident. Incident means is you have created task for yourself. I am taking care of this alarm. You troubleshoot that issue. If issue got troubleshoot and fixed, then you acknowledge and clear the alarm from that component. All right. So in this case, you have to coordinate with your counter team. So your counter team would be your customer to whom you are supporting. All right. So when we say alarm, an alarm is a notification that is sent a response to an event or any condition. Event is something like, as I tell you, for event is a failure, shutdown, restart, something like that. Or a condition means something is touching to that particular threshold value. Like for example, for virtual machine, CPU use critical. So it means that this is a condition alarm. This is not a event alarm. Okay. But if I'll say VM got restart, that is some event happen. Okay. All right. So each and in vCenter, if you will go monitor tab, you will find all the alarms listed here. Okay. And for any component like cluster level, host level, in monitor tab, you will get these all stuff are available here. So then you will go particular component like this virtual machine. Then you will go to this virtual machine and you will monitor the tasks and events happen for that virtual machine. Then you will get to know for respective virtual machine what was the cause of this alarm being generated. All right. So predefined alarm, as I say, a lot of predefined alarms are available for each and every inventory in my overall vCenter. So you could see the alarm is on host level, virtual machine, data store, network, many component on each and inventory. There is lot of alarm definitions are available, but combinedly you can see all the alarms combinedly, I'm saying, in the vCenter server. These all alarms can be seen itself into the vCenter server. This is vCenter server. Go monitor and check that. All right. So if we want to read the default alarm setting, so we can edit that. All right. And if we want to make some customization, for the default alarm, you cannot, but yes, you can make your custom alarm. Okay. So you can edit, predefine, copy an existing alarm. Copy means make a clone of it. Okay. And modify the setting as per your desire. If you want that, if you want to make some changes into the default parameter on that particular alarm definition. Alarm definition is nothing, just your predefined alarms where we have defined all the related to events and related to your conditions. Okay. So again, if you want to make your custom alarm, right click alarm, new alarm. Okay. Then custom VM, like for an example, you say VM snapshot size, target type virtual machine. And if a VM snapshot size go beyond than 2 GB, it should create a warning. Okay. So it will give you a warning for that particular virtual machine if your VM current snapshot size go beyond than 2 GB. Okay. Or also, these are some example only. A host using 90% of total memory, then a alarm will generate. So there's two things, warning, alarm. Okay. A data store disconnect from all the host, that's also alarm. So these are the condition based or state based alarm. And a trigger can monitor events that response to operation occurring for a managing object, like the health of host hardware change, license expire, host leave the distributed switch. Okay. So that's a kind of event. Event is something simple. My host restarted, my host disconnected. That's a kind of your event based alarm. A simple event, something was working fine, but suddenly that stopped working. That is the event, right? So like as I said, you can make a custom alarm. This is my event-based alarm is above than 2 GB. Okay, sorry, condition-based alarm. Trigger the alarm as warning or critical. Either here you will get like that details, info, warning, critical. So if you say more than 2 GB, show as a warning. Warning would be your yellow symbol. You know the warning symbol? A yellow triangle and exclamation mark. That is the warning symbol. And alert is your red circle with exclamation mark. That would be your alert. So if in this definition, I would say more than 3, it will go 3 GB, then alert. So I can define a separate alarm. If my VM snapshot size go beyond 3 GB or to up, I mean, started on 3 GB, then it will. So if you want to make some mail notification, so send email notification. Send email notification means you have just integrate some SMTP server, your mailing system with your vCenter server environment. Then it will send a SMTP alarm repeatedly, or if you want to set repeatedly, it will like after 10 minutes or 15 minutes, it will set. Reset rule means is if something got fixed for that particular component, then again send email notification. It means that if my alarm is okay, now it's a normal condition, then it will send another new mail to the respective email ID. So normally we don't put a specific person email ID. It's always a group email ID. Like the team is supporting, a team of 10 members is supporting VMware environment. Okay. And if it's got fixed, then that will send to a group email ID so that everybody will be aware that issue is fixed now. So it's all depend upon environment to environment, customer to customer, if they want to set the email notification as well. Like simple example, some of the customers are actually not using the some monitoring tool, kind of ServiceNow, VROPS or something like that. They are only dependent upon the mailing system. So for each every alarm, or even during trigger or after it got fixed, we can fetch it with the mailing system also. So that way you can save your cost for the monitoring tool. Okay. Monitoring tool means that's a kind of IT service management tool. All right. So enable this alarm, create it. Anytime you can, whatever alarm you are creating, you can disable that, you can delete that, and you can edit and modify that. Okay. You see the alarm symbol is warning here. So that's the way. So for configuring the mailing system, you will go mail and mail server, and the mail sender details have to be given here. So it would be your some kind of exchange server where we are using the mailing system, right? Whatever mailing system you are registered with. So here is a small lab where we see create a virtual machine alarm to monitor the condition, trigger the alarm, okay, create a virtual machine alarm to monitor an event. Event means is like if we can set, reset the virtual machine or something like that, okay. So these alarms are created unifiedly. I mean, we can create on vCenter level, and it will equally monitor against this alarm. It will monitor the whole the VMs in that vCenter server. Also, we can create a specific alarm to the individual component. But normally, we don't create for the individual component. It is always for group to make your life easier. Like for example, for 10 VMs, you want to set the same alarm. So definitely you will not go individually, right? You will set it on VM level, and automatically that will be applicable for all the virtual machines. Same way for all the ES, like some alarm I'm creating for ESXi data store. So it should be applied for all the components. All right. We good so far? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm just connecting with the lab, and I'll share my screen back because I have to take different console. So I'm just logging in one lab, and I'm just resharing back to my console. Okay. Okay, so I have logged in one of the vCenter server environment. Okay, so if I'll go to one of the vCenter server, okay, and under configure, there is tab alarm definition. So under alarm definition, we will see a big list of the alarms. I mean, these are the predefined alarm definitions. Okay. So if you want to check for a specific component type, how many types of alarm have been defined for that particular component, you go to object type. Okay. So in vCenter, right pane, I am in configure alarm definition. So this is showing me the available default alarms. Okay. So if I will click here, let's for example, you say, sir, I want to check the alarms being defined, especially for the virtual machine. So let's type virtual. So all these are the alarms predefined, okay, in your environment for the vCenter. So can we just see what is the uh, definition? Like I am just expanding one of the alarm, or maybe I'm selecting it and just edit it. If you will edit it, you will see what all parameters have been configured for this alarm. So this alarm being created, default machine CPU uses for all the virtual machines. All right. This is my target vCenter. If I'll go to next, then you will see what is the alarm. CPU, VM CPU uses is above than 75% for continuously 5 minutes. So it will create a warning. It will create a warning. Okay. If I will go to next rule, within one alarm, we can add multiple rules as well. Okay. So now if it is saying VMCPU uses above than 90% for 5 minutes, then it will show as critical. So for that virtual machine, a critical symbol will be created, and for the specific VM, again, I'm saying it's not for one VM. It is overall applied. Whatever inventory is available inside your vCenter server. Okay. So do we have any email notification configure? No. My trigger alarm as critical. If I'll go to what happens in reset rule means it's normal. I didn't configure any send email notification mail. Okay. So this is just one of the alarm for condition base. So what are these? These are my conditions. Okay. All right. Let us see other alarm that is on event base. So when we say event base, event means is some event happen. Event happen like VM shutdown, VM restart, okay, virtual machine failover failed. So those all are the event. So like if I will take virtual machine HA machine failover failed. What is the definition of it? So there is no condition being defined. Some rules also defined. Like condition, I'm saying no percentage using null. It's an event basis. If any event will happen, like what? अरे ये CPU uses कहाँ से आ गया इसमें? I think I have to select it first. Okay, let me just edit it. Now you will say vSphere HA virtual machine failover failed. What is first rule? First rule, if in case insufficient resource for HA to fail over due to failure, it's so critical. One more rule, if HA failed to restart a network isolation. Another rule, VM not power on the target side. Reset rule, reset it normal, no mail notification have been configured. So this is just an example of some, if any event will happen. Okay. So there should be more actually. Let me just let me just okay, so these are the some of the predefined alarm have been defined for your, because I have make a filter for virtual machine. Same way, if I will type host here, you will find host related. Number of default alarm is already there, right? Some of the event based and some of the are the condition based. Like I will say host connection failure. This is a condition. Sorry, this is a event. Host power status. This is event. Temperature, hardware voltage, TPM attestation, connection power state. So a lot of alarms have been there, right? So now let us try to create a custom alarm. So how we can create custom alarm? Here is alarm definition, add host, add new alarm name. Okay. What alarm you wants to make? Let me see. Power. I'm saying VM power status. Okay. So I am saying create a alarm if VM shut down. This is my target vCenter for now. All right. Next, a condition. You are defining a condition. Trigger condition. All right. So these all are your conditions. For that, do we have something? No. Severity, so I can define critical or something.
Status change.
What you said, Siva?
Status change, sir. We have option status change.
Where is that?
In the drop down on top.
Here.
If
If, okay. So you are saying status change, correct? Next. नहीं, अभी इधर भी हमें और कुछ ऐड करना चाहिए, राइट? ऐड आर्ग्यूमेंट में चेंज टैग वीएम नेम चेंज, और ये तो स्टेटस इज ए पावर स्टेट इज देयर।
no, sir.
ये स्टेटस चेंज है, राइट? स्टेटस चेंज मींस इज चेंजिंग समथिंग, राइट?
Yes, sir.
होस्ट नेम, नेटवर्क आईडीज एंड ऑल। और ये लाइसेंस रिलेटेड है। 1 सेकेंड। power status should be there, na, if we are changing the तो आर्ग्यूमेंट शेड होते जा रहे हैं ना। इफ कंडीशन में फ्रॉम वेयर वी फाइंड दिस स्टेटस चेंज, ये आपके कंडीशंस है। व्हाट आर वी मिसिंग यार? ये वी वर ए लिस्ट, राइट? फॉर दैट अदर्स इट इज शोइंग, ओके। add license, it's more our licensing part, huh? Why it is showing me licensing only? 1 second, huh? Let me just cancel it. Add कंडीशन वाई इज गिवन। अच्छा, इफ तो कंडीशन हो गया, राइट? पावर नो, something we are missing here. One second, huh? Let me just check this one. Host power state, edit it. Host connection power state. Oh, target we have sent as vCenter. That's the mistake. Okay. VM power status, VM shutdown, a target type, virtual machine. Okay. इधर अभी आना चाहिए आपका ये capacity uses, CPU deployment, others में can we check any cannot power on, VM power on, correct? Severity critical, mail notification if you want to send, for that you should have a email server should be configured. Okay, rule set 2, reset alarm to green if you want to send again notification. कब होना चाहिए reset alarm to green? तो VM पावर ऑन का है कुछ डिप्लॉय नहीं, पावर ऑन में एक है हमारे पास। अगर हम सिंपल डालें इफ reset alarm to normal. Okay, so normal में let us keep it as no, but yeah, some conditions we have to give, right? पावर ऑन का कंडीशन दिया है क्या? क्रिएटिंग डिप्लॉय, ये पावर ऑन तो वी हैव सर्च्ड। शो स्कूल, लेट्स से अदर्स है ना। यहाँ पे वी हैव पावर्ड, okay, normal, next, so status we have put as critical. Okay, so this is something my event based alarm. Okay, any event will trigger, then a critical alarm will generate for the virtual machine component. Okay,
Can we check that one, sir? That alarm? Can we shut down on you?
yeah, let me just try. That's what I'm doing. Let me just refresh once, right click, power off. Yes, you see a red alarm come. Okay,
Yes, sir.
let's just power it on back, and to avoid any confusion, we'll also delete that alarm and we'll check it again. Normally for power status there is no alarm, right? You see for another VMs are powered off, but we didn't see any alarm because those were powered off before this the power on is complete now. So ये अभी power on हो गया, then why it is not showing powered on?
सर ये क्लिक करना पड़ेगा रीसेट टू ग्रीन।
नहीं, वो तो हमने रूल बनाया ना, powered on back, reset to green. So that's a rule. Don't understand that.
Right, sir. So maybe
Yeah.
it will take some time to sync.
Yeah, we have make two rules, right? Power off, generate alarm, and power on, set back to normal. So this should be green itself. That's the rule what we have created, right? You simply reset, so it is okay. Reset, so it should show, but because as per our alarm definition, we have given VM power, correct? This is the one. Power status, correct? So VM power off for virtual machine, rule set 1 is show as critical for powered off. If power on, reset the alarm to normal, right? That's the rule we have made. Correct, na? If VM powered on, oh, alarm. Okay, reset ke liye, that's the rule we have created, right? So it should go away immediately. Okay, maybe it will take some time, but let us check one more thing now. Let me disable the alarm for the moment. It is just disabled. So disable means alarm is there, but it will not function. Let me just try to power off the VM again and see that if any alarm will get created. Ideally not. Okay, even in summary also, that was the existing one, leave it. But no, we have not seen any alarm, right? Because we have disabled the alarm for the moment. Okay. So same way, you can go and you can design the alarms and all with your, but however, normally people don't do until unless it is missing from the console. These, yeah, VM shutdown and all, this is a critical one, but that's always good to keep this kind of things, right? Restart or that, right? That's an event, right? Host failure, host disconnect. So we should make that. Okay. All right. Configure the alarm definitions. So let me just delete it because people should not be surprised here. Multiple people are using this lab actually. Okay. So simply select it and delete it. But now you understand, right? You understand now, correct? To
Yes,
create
sir.
alarms and all, right? So that's what's the main purpose of, showing you this lab. All right, guys. So now the small lesson we have finished along with lab. But yeah, if you wants to do something, I'll give you the control. You play around and you try to make some another alarm. What you say? Let me just clear the filter from here. So clearing filter is something. Delete the value, whatever you have given. Or something. Can we, I want to check just only, can we clone any existing alarm? Let me pick just one. Is there any option of cloning? If I'll edit it, no, we can't, huh? We can clone. But cloning is something like maybe a little bit helpful for us to change the parameters immediately, right? Or if I'll see the one more thing I want to show you, virtual machine, okay? So we pick one alarm for, like for virtual machine memory, for example. If I will edit it, rule set 1, let me go to rule set 1. Host connection is equal to not responding. Okay, these are something different. Let me pick the simple one. CPU uses. Edit it. I want to see, can we change this value? Shall I try? 80%. Yeah, it's allowing me, right? We can edit. Can we disable for a moment? Yes. Or can we delete it? Yeah, we can. Okay. But normally we should not. Okay, we should use the standard parameters have been defined. But yeah, they given a choice of editing or customizing the existing one also. Okay. All right, guys. So that's what the purpose of this lab, to showing you. And even in VMware HOL lab, you will see there is uh, the labs around creating alarms, seeing the existing alarm and all. If you guys are doing some practice there also. Okay, so that's it for this lesson actually. But yes, if you